What's happening, fam? How we doing? How we looking? How we feeling, y'all? Happy Monday. How are y'all going? Say what's up if you're in the chat. Another day closer to the NFL season. I cannot wait. 44 days until kickoff, Daniel Macy said. Say what's up if you're in the chat once again. Crime Lord already has a fancy question. We'll get to that. Smash that like button like Gator Fan already said. You guys already know. Once again, drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're doing another mock draft here today, as always. And then we're going to be pumping out so much more content. Zach is still not here. He's coming back at the end of this week. I think he'll be back on Friday. I think he lands back Thursday morning, but he's going to miss the Thursday morning live stream. Technically, that's your Wednesday, so he'll be back, I'm pretty sure, Thursday night live stream. What's happening, Mighty Booch, Dan, Russian? How we feeling, Big Breakfast? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I know. We're missing how you doing. Honestly, we haven't had that in a while, in a little bit. Obviously, Zach normally says, how you doing? How you doing? But yeah, once again, one day closer until the NFL season. And I'm going to plug a couple little things. We'll get into some news. Then we'll get into the mock draft, right? So the one thing I do want to plug is if you guys want to join a redraft league, all you have to do is sign up to flogfantasy.com using our promo code. That's all you have to do. If you want to join a redraft league and play against Zach and myself, that link is in the description. That link is also in the chat now. go there, select the Mother Flocker tier. Send us, once you sign up, take a screenshot, send us a message on Discord. We'll get you in the redraft league already. Okay, we have a bunch of people that already signed up. We're trying to fill up a couple other ones that maybe some people have left out, have left already. But yeah, once again, we're still doing our redraft leagues. Make sure you sign up using our promo code LAND, and that's how you can join a redraft league. Shout out to the 21 people watching. If you could drop a like, that will be fantastic. And I really want to do, guys, I really want to do a second mock draft, to be completely honest with you. I want to be on as long as possible. I want to hit a like goal here. Let's make this like goal 40. I think last time I said 45 or 50, something like that. Let's make it 40. I think we can hit 40 today. Normally Monday nights kind of pop off. So let's see how that is going to turn out today. And let's get into some news. I think that's really important. There's so much news that has happened this past week. Kind of want to talk about things and see how that's kind of going. So yeah, I'll kind of bring this up here. And then we kind of get to some questions and we'll do the live stream. Chase Claypool elevated from the PUP list. So he gets put on and then taken off. Shout out to them. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Chase Claypool, but already not too many good reports coming out over there about Chase. Not too much. I mean, defense. All right, okay. Suspended, unlucky. Kendre Miller passes physical for New Orleans, which is great. Has a physical Monday for the Saints. This is an encouraging step for him to join the active roster. I said this last time, if he was on the PUP list, he's going to miss a lot of time in training camp. That was a huge problem. But if he passes his physical, he is going to be on the field in training camp. That is significant, especially however long we find out how much Alvin Kamara gets injured or how long he's going to get suspended, excuse me. I think that's a pretty interesting outlook. So Kendre Miller, if you guys are believers out there, this is a very promising thing for the future. Rashad Bateman placed on the PUP list, not good so far. First opponent on dinner report list and wasn't expected to show up to camp soon. This setback is not good for signing the former first round. Yeah, I mean, this is a massive uptick for Zay Flowers. If Rashad Bateman already is going to miss training camp, maybe a little bit of preseason, if he is going to play preseason, that's not good, right? The chemistry is going to be built here with Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers maybe is going to see a lot more opportunities off the rip. Not even Zay Flowers, but OBJ from the jump as well. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Teddy Bridgewater visits the Lions, which is not too big. Marcus Peters signs with the Raiders, not too big. I think that's about it recently. Kadarius Toney expect to miss some time. I don't normally praise injuries, but if there is one that I would praise and saying, I either told you so or that's what you get type of vibe, not necessarily say I really hope he gets injured, more of like, yeah, I told you so. We kind of knew this was coming. The first day of practice, Kadarius Toney misses time. He's talking all this shit. Yeah, you won a Super Bowl. There's been a lot of Twitter beef with New York Giant fans and Kadarius Toney. I don't know if you guys have been a part of that or if you guys have seen it. He's been talking a lot of stuff. But it is absolutely hilarious that he gets injured, literally hurting his knee on a kickoff, if I'm not mistaken, like a kickoff practice. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. I think if there is a time for you to, I kind of brought Kadarius Toney as a sell high earlier in the offseason when there was a lot of talks about him, a lot of, I guess, hype. Now it's a little bit different. I think this kind of lower his value in a dynasty perspective. I just don't know if I just don't know if I want that, right? I mean, yeah, Crime Lord says, isn't Toney hurt again? I think it's hilarious. Hey, El Tigre, appreciate you, that super chat. We'll get to that in a second. It's just, what more can you say, right? Let's not linger on it too much, but this is a guy I'm avoiding in my redraft leagues and in my dynasty leagues if I'm as much as possible. Sheena Gardner, considered day today. It's more defensive. Not James Cook could have an increased receive workload, which I guess this kind of talk about Nyheim Hines suffered a knee injury, kind of a freak accident, a jet ski injury. I think he was sitting on a jet ski and another jet ski comes and hits him. Honestly, at this point, I don't want to be doing anything remotely fun if I'm an NFL player nowadays. I mean, we saw Xavier McKinney last year break his hand. He missed some time at a crucial part of the season. Nyheim Hines, as much as he's not a massive fantasy relevant player, that's a pretty big kind of injury. I guess you can kind of come in. He's going to miss the remainder of the season. It's just unlucky. OBJ, obviously. Josh Jacobs not reporting to training camp. I think that's about it. I don't think anything else is pretty significant on the offensive side of the ball. Justin Ross, so your Justin Ross believers in a dynasty perspective, talk it up. Getting first team reps, and I'm pretty sure that was because of Kadarius Toney not being there. That is, you are loving it if you are a Justin Ross dynasty fan. But yeah. Nyheim Hines' injury was something out of Brandon Looney Tunes episode. Probably was. It probably was, and it's not ideal, to be completely honest with you. All right, let's get into this mock draft here, and then I will go through some questions. If you guys want to join a mock draft, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description below. Link is going to be in the chat. Go there, join our Discord. You can probably see here on your screen, Fantasyland tab, content releases, and that's exactly where I'll be posting a link to this mock draft. Once again, join our Discord, link in the description, link in the chat, Fantasyland tab, content releases. Link is going to be right here. Oh, that is the wrong link. Let me copy this bad boy here, and then I'll put that in for you guys. 3, 2, there goes that link. And let's get to some of these questions here. Let's get to that super chat. El Tigre, need your luck and energy for tomorrow. Got a big city job interview in New York. Hey, talk it up. Also, Justin Rose getting first team reps. There you go. Working camp. Hey, El Tigre, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second, good luck on this job interview. I know job interviews can be very intimidating, very crazy at times, but you got this. I mean, you probably practiced, you trained, you did whatever you had to do to get to this position. So do what you got to do. And yeah, Justin Ross, I kind of hinted earlier, that's big moves. Big moves for if you're a Justin Ross believer. Pick him up off your waiver wires because, you know, I've never been a massive Justin Ross believer, but I feel like I have more confidence in Justin Ross seeing the field than Kadarius Toney. That may sound absurd. Maybe I'm just blowing it way out of proportion because I really dislike Kadarius Toney. But hey, I don't know. I really don't know. All right, looks like we are full. This is a 1 quarterback PPR, 2, as your typical, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 3 flex spots, and 4 bench spots. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's do what we do and let's do it best. I got the 102 here. Oh, sorry, Tebow. I should have gave you the 102 if possible. Tebow, I'm going to draft as if I'm you and what I would be doing in this scenario, okay? I'll be completely honest. Well, that's kind of difficult because I think your league is a super flex league. So let me not even go there. I'm going to take CMC here. I brought out my top 24. I guess players you should be drafting in order this past week or just last night. Technically this morning for you. So definitely go check that out. Justin Jefferson, CMC, my 101, my 102. All right, let's get to some questions here. Mighty Booch, how you feeling about J.K. Dobbins, Melvin Gordon, camp body only? I don't really. Melvin Gordon doesn't really hurt me. Melvin Gordon or really affect me as a J.K. Dobbins believer. I think he'll be absolutely fine coming into this season. Melvin Gordon, I think, is just a depth piece. Another guy that can bring a little bit of versatility, maybe a veteran presence in this running back room, and some depth. Does he even make this team? You know, I'm not too worried about it. Dobbs on the PUP list after being healthy most of last season is very suspect. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, so Gordon can be sneaky. Okay, Josh. I mean, I personally think for me, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a massive worry. I think if J.K. Dobbins is not going to see a significant amount of the training camp, I think, like, for example, if week 1 of, I think this is a good question. What is week 1 of preseason? NFL, let me pull up this, let me pull up week 1 of preseason and see what that looks like right now, because I think that can definitely play a massive part on what could be happening here. Schedules. The Hall of Fame game is, what day is this? What's going on? Why am I not having any dates here? Let's go preseason then. Okay, here we go. So Hall of Fame game is August 4th. Preseason week 1 is August 11th. So that is technically in 2 weeks. I would say if J.K. Dobbins is not back training with the team by week 2, I'm a little bit concerned. That's what I would say. I would like to see him week 2 of preseason, which gives him August 18th to come back with the team, because week 1 is what? 2 weeks after that, 3 weeks after that, September 11th, technically, for the Ravens. So I think that is my time frame right there. Week 2 preseason, he's not back. There's a problem. So right now, let's not overthink it too much. That's what I would say. But yeah, I would agree. If he's not there, not ready, we can definitely have a conversation. But yeah, Hall of Fame week. I think didn't they switch it up this year as well? The Jets and Browns. Normally it's Steelers and Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. Jets and Browns Hall of Fame week, August 4th. I'm kind of down. I'm excited for that, just to see some football. Who are some people we can see on the Browns? And we can see Jerome Ford. Okay. We can see Cedric Tillman. Obviously, they're all running with the 2s, right? We can see Cedric Tillman. On the Jets, who do we see? Who is a young, youthful player? Israel Bonaconda, we can see. Get some workload. Look, it's never exciting, right? We were surprised. Remember last year? Oh my goodness, Josh Jacobs. He's in the Hall of Fame game. What's happening? Right? I mean, that was... They'll change the Hall of Fame team every year. Okay, I thought it was the Steelers normally. I could be wrong though. Clearly, I am wrong. But hey, it's just going to be exciting to see some football in the next couple weeks, which is really, really exciting. So I'm pumped for that. All right, I think your typical kind of goes here in the first round. Tyreek Hill, Chase, Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper Kupp, Bijan Robinson. Shout out to Brian Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Nick Chubb here going as the RB2, 4, 5, 6. No, wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me. At the 202, not too bad. Amon-Ra, Jalen Waddle. Now Daniel Macy is on the clock. So let's see what's up here. Crime Lord says, think Gus Edwards would be a nice waiver wire snag over Gordon. That's just me, though. I would agree. I would prefer him over Melvin Gordon. I kind of think that if on the mind again, huh? I think, is Melvin Gordon really going to make this team? Derrick Henry, great pick there. I was kind of hoping. I mean, normally he falls, but yeah, is he going to make this team? Let's see. All right. Patrick Mahomes at the 2-9. There goes T. Higgins. And I'm going to be taking a running back here. Let's go Tony Pollard. So go 2 running backs here. I normally never go that because I'm going to be pretty okay with who's potentially going to come back. Let's see. Let's see if he goes that way. They just reported Shaq Barrett. That missed half of last year past his physical. That's good. And Devonta Smith. Okay, so he goes that and Devonta Smith. Okay, I think I'm going to go Mark Andrews then here. I'm going to pivot, not go wide receivers. I was hoping Chris Olave or Devonta Smith. I thought maybe Siege would go a running back there. That's okay. I'll go Mark Andrews. Another positional value falling there to me at the 3-2. So I am really okay with that. Dobbins has a soft tissue injury, so that can mean nothing. Michael Thomas, he's dead to me level. I mean, yeah, it can go either way, to be completely honest. I Michael Thomas, though, has been struggling with that a little bit longer. Maybe J.K. Dobbins aggravated that while he was probably training or doing whatever he was doing. But let's see. Brian Robinson on the mind again. That is right, Big Breakfast. Come to me, Patty. Yeah, I mean, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, the old stack back in the day. Miss you every day, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. Maybe 2 B-Rob crushes this year. I mean, I hope so, Dennis. I really hope so. Had to do it for the culture, Big Breakfast said. There goes Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. So, Hall of Fame game, August 4th? That's next week, boys and girls. That is technically next Friday for me. Friday morning, which is at 10 p.m. So, when we go live on Thursday night. Is it Thursday night? Yeah, when we go live on the Thursday night live stream next week, we're going to be live doing mock drafts, but also watching that Hall of Fame game as well. I mean, once again, it's not exciting, it's not sexy, but at least we get to watch football and talk football. We can see some people hidden for the first time in a long time, and look at these teams too. You know, it's going to be good to feel that football atmosphere coming very soon. That's exciting. Yeah, Thursday, August 3rd. Yeah, for me, it's Friday, August 4th. 10 a.m., which I'm assuming that is what, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys. So, yeah. Jalen Hurts at the 3-5, Travis Etienne, Breece Hall, DK Metcalf, Daniel Macy going Derrick Henry, Breece Hall. Daniel, how you feeling about Breece, man? Do you think he's going to be coming back in time? Obviously, if I'm not mistaken, he was placed on the PUP list. Let me just, I think we have it here, actually. Breece Hall, if I'm not mistaken. I thought they did say that they did put him on the pub list. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Can be activated from the pub list at any time, meaning he can still play week 1 in recent articles. Right, okay. Yeah, at that spot. I mean, he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. RB12 right there. You know, I am taking, and this is where I wanted to see. So he went 12, 13. Jahmyr Gibbs as RB13. I think I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs over Breece Hall and even potentially Travis Etienne. I saw this really cool stat this past week. I kind of been saying in the videos that I've been making as well. Running backs that have been drafted in the top 12 picks of the NFL draft has finished in their fantasy year, in their rookie year, as the RB11. So getting Jahmyr Gibbs right there as the RB13, I think is decent value. Same thing. I mean, Brian Robinson going at the one as the RB3 at the 109, I think is great as well. I think I'm still leaning more towards Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley over Brian Robinson. I did bring out my top 15 running backs this past week. So let's see how that pans out. And look, I said in that video, my rankings are fluid. Things can change. But if I'm going based off that stat and history of running backs that have been drafted in the top 12 and finished in the top 11 their rookie year, I mean, you think of Saquon Barkley, you think of, like, I guess Breece Hall, CMC, right? Those guys, well, technically Breece Hall would have finished in the top 11 without a doubt, you know. So you kind of think of those guys and how they panned out. Yeah, Josh, I did see that. I saw the video. I saw the video, and I said it on the live stream. Maybe you left early that time, but I said I needed to see the jerseys on first, right? And I didn't like the jerseys as is when they were taking photos as a leak. It looks so much better on person. I'll bring it up here in a second after I make my pick. Joe Mixon goes, Mark Andrews. I gotta see who I can take here. Damian Pierce goes off the board. I mean, it's hard not to go Debo here. I mean, Brock Purdy is playing QB1. I'm not hesitant taking Debo. It's either Debo and then Drake for me, just to be transparent with everyone. Sorry. Let me just double check that. It's Debo, then Watson. Let's go Debo here. Just feels like you can get, you know, his teammate so much later. Oh yeah, okay. So here, after I make this pick at the 5-2, Josh, I'll bring it up. But I didn't see that one because I saw it over the weekend. You must have tagged me over the weekend. Got to fatten another RB team at the 11. You love to see it. There goes Brandon Ayuk. So Brandon Ayuk goes right after there. So I'm gonna take Christian Watson. That was my next guy there. So yeah, I'll bring up my Twitter here, guys, and then look at Titans, Tennessee Titans. I think they look sick on. Let me not even. That's just a little history. Here we go. I mean, it looks. They look nice. They look nice on. I think what brings it in is the helmet. That's what it is. The helmet. This is the throwback jerseys. Every single throwback jersey that's coming out this year is like, yo, this is the one I will choose in the Madden when I'm playing Madden. Ooh, this is clean though. That's clean though. You can't be mad at it. I feel like there's bad juju with like older wide receivers going to the Titans since Julio went though. Does anyone get that feeling? I don't know. Like, I love DeAndre Hopkins. I hope he's not going to fall in that pathway that Julio was going down. But technically, Julio was injury prone at that time, so it's a little bit different. Let me see. Media. I mean, they look nice. They look nice, especially with the sleeves there. Under the lights, I think is going to look really clean. I mean, if this is a primetime game that they're playing in these jerseys, sheesh. Come on. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, man. It looked terrible off. I think if I were to buy this jersey, it would probably look nasty. You know, it's like, oh, like why would I get this? But it looks nice on for sure. The Jets also came out with a throwback. I like these throwbacks though. It's nothing too crazy. I think what's more appealing is the helmet. This is nice. Everything else is like, kind of just looks typical, right? Kind of is like, oh yeah, it's you just got an extra stripe, you know. That's all it is. Week 7. Who do they play week 7? Imagine that's the Giants versus Jets home opener. Countdown. Oh no, 7 weeks. Never mind. The 7 weeks of home opener. Excuse me. Yeah, look, I mean, do they put the old logo on the field though? That'd be nice. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, you can't really get mad at that helmet though. That helmet's clean. Yeah, Breece Hall, I mean, not too bad. Anyone watch The Bear? Yes, Chef. Phenomenal show. I finished season 2 yesterday? No. Saturday night, I finished. No, I finished season 2 yesterday. I did. I watched the last episode yesterday. All right, back to the draft here. James Conner at the 5-3. London Moore, Kirk. Cam Akers. I like it. J.K. Dobbins, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers. Deontay Johnson, a phenomenal pick. I love that. Deontay Johnson. Getting a little bit more respect here with Deontay. Just a little bit. Normally, 2 weeks ago, I felt like we saw him going, end of the 7th, early 8th. So I don't mind it. Kyle Pitts there at the 6'5". Big breast. Hey, all I know is that I believe in him. That's what I know. Okay. What do we think Bijan's ceiling actually is if he hits? Oh, ceiling is RB1. I mean, he can have the Saquon-esque type of season. Crazy on the ground, crazy in the air. The ceiling is RB1. But I think all these other running backs have the ceiling to finish RB1. That's why I kind of have them over Derrick Henry. I have Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley. And maybe I feel a little bit more safer with Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Nick Chubb. But Bijan Robinson, not saying it's a risky play. I think I'll be upset at myself knowing that I could have drafted 3 other running backs that I feel a lot more comfortable with, that I believe still has at least top 3, top 4 upside. Because I think they can easily be league winners, where Bijan Robinson, you're kind of just going based off of the rookie history. So let's see. All right, Dallas Goedert, Justin Herbert there. Okay, so I think I'm going to be going Jordan Addison here. Get some more wide receivers. I like Addison in his rookie season, stepping into that workload. Yes, Titans helmets are nice. Julio was already busted. Oh no, got bad juju every time someone relates to the Titans. I'm back on the clock here. Trevor Lawrence, Rachaad White goes off the board. I don't know how I don't do it. I don't know how I don't do it right now. He's not coming back to me. On brand. Stay on brand. Here we go. Fields taking a dive right now. Yeah, where'd he go? 6'7". Why is that? Because that has been happening in the community lately. Let me check Underdog really fast. I mean, last week's draft, he was going in your typical area, like the 4th round. Maybe obviously, our community, we always say we like to go quarterbacks later, outside of maybe these high rushing upside guys. Let's look at quarterback rankings. Justin Fields, QB 6 right now. Where'd he go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, it's on par. Just, I guess, going a little bit later in drafts. I like how the Jets jerseys change are so insignificant they had to add an arrow to point stuff at the picture. That's funny. It was actually kind of true though. They had arrows in pointing, say, hey, I think it was down here. Like, I don't know if you guys know, this change, the little stripe change. That's funny. That's funny as hell, but because it's really not much. That's hilarious. Week 8 is against New York. Week 7 is the Jets bye week. Right, okay. Got Herbert Allen stack. Yeah, not too bad there. Like that stack for sure, Tebow. Or Gator fan. Tebow Gator fan. Feels like another Badaki Danny Dimes draft. Hey, unless somebody else falls. I don't know how true this is. I did see a rumor. I don't think it is true. I think it's one of those fake accounts that was like, it was announced on Pat McAfee. Peyton Manning announced on Pat McAfee the next 3 quarterbacks for this year's quarterback series. And it was Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Daniel Jones. I didn't go too much into it. But let me know if that's true or fake. Because I've been trying to find some more information. Because Darius Slayton retweeted that. And I was like, oh, okay. So maybe it is true. But I haven't seen anything else. Because you would assume that Pat McAfee puts that on his YouTube. Or Pat McAfee puts that, like, puts that somewhere else, or maybe Peyton Manning announces it. But I haven't seen too much, so it might just be fake and a fake tweet that that came up. But would you guys like that? Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers. What do you guys think about that series? Those three guys. Yeah, see, I don't think it's legit. Because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen too much of information about it. So I'm not necessarily sure it's legit here. 29 people watching, guys. If you could drop a like, our like goal is 40 likes to get into a second mock draft here. If we can get there, we can get at least 10 likes out if everyone drops a like right now, if possible. Drop a like, show some love, say what's up. Was debating between Mike Evans and Dotson with my last pick. What do you think based on my start? Now, I like Dotson for sure. I wouldn't have taken Mike Evans personally. So I like the Dotson pick. And I mean, so far, great start. T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, and then you go for your running backs with Justin Herbert. It just makes sense there. I think it's a great start, man. Sam said, I want to see Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Josh Allen, and Mac Jones on the QB series. That would be cool. Tua could be a really exciting one. I think that's a good one. Aaron Rodgers, an old veteran. Tua, a guy trying to prove his stance on the team. Right? Josh Allen, a superstar. That's actually perfect, Sam. In my opinion, I think that's a good lineup there. Seems more interested in dimes. Oh, I would 100% agree, Big Breakfast. I mean, Daniel Jones is not a personality, right? He's a hardworking guy. What more do you want? I guess it's just more of the bright lights, New York City, a lot more drama. I would say with that team, I think it would be more focused on the overall team than Daniel Jones, which sounds kind of weird. You think of Brian Dable, you think of Saquon Barkley, you think of the drama that's happening now. Yeah, you know, Saquon might miss out, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I definitely think. Okay, so I got Mark Andrews. I got this quarterback. Oh, let me get the stack here potentially. That people were talking about a. I'm actually going to take Evan Ingram because Siege has Trevor Lawrence. Surely he doesn't go. Oh no, I have Mark Andrews. What am I doing? What am I doing there? I completely forgot. See, because I normally don't take quarterback early or tight end early. I never do that. So I'm just like, I'll take Evan Ingram late. Classic. It's okay. I'll take Deshaun Watson, though. I would just want to see him dress up as Kurt Thuggins the whole episode. I think I'm on episode 4 or 5. What episode am I on? I'm on the episode right when it ends with Marcus Mariota getting benched, and then it kind of previews to the next series of Marcus is no longer with the team. That's where I left off at. So I haven't seen the rest of the series yet. I'm interested to see what Marcus Mariota's point of view is when he wasn't with the team. I remember I was talking about that. Was like, okay, I understand you got benched, but like you're not even at the facility, my guy. Like you're not backing up your team. What's going on? I just remember having that conversation with everyone. I was like, you gotta move on from Marcus Mariota. Gabe Davis, Zach Charbonnet. There goes Brian Robinson. Look, the Evan Ingram pick is not terrible. I would have gone a wide receiver potentially there, but hey, that wide receiver might fall back to me. You never know. But I get the Deshaun Watson, Elijah Moore stack, which I really like. There's a couple guys I still like. There goes Michael Thomas, Jameson Williams. Let's see how I go there. How we feeling about my team at the 12 spot? I'm thinking Hurts at running back, going wide receiver and quarterback for the first couple picks. Love Madison though. Okay, let's look at this team here. Let me make myself a little bit smaller just so you guys can see this board just a little bit better. All right, AJ Brown, Wilson, D-Hop, Lockett. Okay. I don't mind the Lockett pick. I think I would have gone. I don't think it's that big of a difference. You know, getting a Lockett at the edge, you have to kind of get your wide receiver there. I love Alexander Madison. I love James Cook. Sorry, I love James Cook. Not in love with Alexander Madison, but in a redraft perspective, I guess I don't love Alexander Madison in a dynasty perspective. Let me change my language there. I like Alexander Madison, not in a dynasty perspective. Sorry, that sounds confusing. I like Alexander Madison in redraft. Don't like him in a dynasty perspective. So that's a good pick there. I love James Cook. I think it's a phenomenal pick, especially with Nyheim Hines getting hurt there. So I think it's great. Darren Waller, Zach's tight end 3 this year. Probably going to be my guy stepping into opportunity, especially with Saquon Barkley. And then you get Sky Moore, Samaje Perine. I think it's a great start so far. Great start so far, without a doubt. Okay. Darnell Mooney, that was one of the guys I was hoping for. Daniel Macy, there you go. Kadarius Toney. I was interested to see where he was going to go. To be honest, I was going in the 10th round here. He normally goes way before these other guys. I would say he would go in the 8th round, if I'm not mistaken, on our last draft. So not too bad of a start there. I mean, if he's falling in the 10th round, how can you not take him? If he's healthy for 4 games, he is your wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with an upside to be a top 10, top 12 finish. On a weekly basis, potentially, if he is healthy, as we've seen in the past, that's okay as my wide receiver 6. But I'm not taking him early as my wide receiver 4, my wide receiver 3. I've seen him go as, so I'm okay with that value. Nah, yeah, Jay Moore, Gabe Davis kind of normally goes in the same spot. What's happening, Steel Mob? How you doing, man? How's your weekend going? How's your week going? All that stuff, man. Guys, drop a like as you come in as well. 24 likes, 26 people watching. The goal was 40. I mean, I can give you a little bit more of a stretch. Maybe we can go to 35 likes. Jamal Williams there. Okay, let's see who I can go for. Wide receiver here. I'll tell you who I'm contemplating. I'm contemplating between Allen Lazard, Adam Thielen, or Tyler Boyd. I feel like Allen Lazard is the better pick here. Going with Aaron Rodgers, back to Nathaniel Hackett offense, but Tyler Boyd, if let's go Allen Lazard there. When you get into these later rounds, so interesting, so weak at the wide receiver position. Yeah, Dylan almost did fall. Not too bad. I'm at the 6th spot. I don't know how I feel about my team. Tried something different and went running back heavy, and I don't know my wide receivers. Okay, so I kind of get not too bad. Still only have 2 running backs here. I'm gonna go Devin Singletary just to get another depth piece. I'm okay with my wide receivers. I feel pretty confident there outside of my flex. 2 more rounds left here for these guys. So you had the 6th spot, you said. I mean, look, at the moment, it feels like a good start. I think the wide receivers, you know, Josh Jacobs, E.T., and Aaron Jones. You had the positional value, or the tight end value advantage, so it's not too bad. I think I would have taken a wide receiver where Justin Fields is at and then gone with a late round quarterback strategy. I mean, do you get Jordan Addison there? That feels a little bit more comfortable. Christian Kirk, Addison. And then instead of taking a Quentin, you kind of go with a Brandon Cooks. You kind of reach a little bit and get somebody that feels a little bit more comfortable. Because Quentin, as much as I believe in him, I see him more being a second half of the season guy. In dynasty perspective, I love him, but a lot is going to have to really work in his favor with Keenan Allen and or Mike Williams getting injured. So, but overall, it's a decent team. Wide receivers do fall a little bit weak, without a doubt. Yeah, Sam, I am interested as well. I don't know what to think of this team. I think one of the hardest teams to really evaluate in a fantasy perspective in the wide receiver room outside of Chris Olave are the Saints teams. Like, who's going to be the wide receiver 2 that steps up? Is there going to be any consistency? We've seen Derrick Henry produce a top fantasy wide receiver with Devontae Adams, with Amari Cooper. I think he can easily do it with Chris Olave and or Michael Thomas, but can he produce another one? I guess you can kind of say he did do that with Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow at the time, but I don't know. It is a bit tough. Yeah, I mean, you pick up Singletary. I mean, $1 fab is not that big of a deal. I'm doing that every single day. I think if he's still available, no one's probably gonna put fab in for him. I brought him in a video saying that he is a guy I believe can see a lot of that workload. Rex Burkhead no longer on this team. I don't see him getting a lot of opportunity on the ground. I see him getting more of the opportunity in the air. But Dameon Pierce is still going to be the guy overall. Devin Singletary, a better pass catching back, a younger pass catching back than Rex Burkhead. Clearly past his prime, no longer with the Patriots at the time, and now he goes to the Texans, no longer with the Texans anymore. So I'm okay with picking up Singletary for a fab if you have the depth, for sure. And it says he loves this team. How would you rank, and who is the most upside this year? A-Chain, Jamal Williams, Dylan, McKinnon. I think it has to be A-Chain, who has the higher upside. Just purely based off of, because of Dalvin Cook doesn't seem like he's going to get signed to that team. And Devin has the pass catching ability. Then I would have to say it's McKinnon with Patrick Mahomes. Then I would have to say Jamal. Then A.J. Dillon will be my last guy. McKinnon has a lot of his pathway to fantasy relevancy is if Clyde gets injured. If Clyde gets injured, to be completely honest, because if he doesn't get injured, we don't see too much of Jet McKinnon. Or if he doesn't, we don't see too much of Jet McKinnon. And then Dillon, I kind of brought this in the past and said this in the past. I think we can see a little bit more of a workload for him coming into this year. But I think it just depends on what happens and how the play calling is going to be, just purely because I think Aaron Rodgers had a lot of say on who was going to be on the field, and he's no longer there. So that's going to be interesting. Tyler Boyd, next. Could have got Tyler Boyd right there as well. Don't love. Okay, I see one or two players. Normally we can go a little bit later. I'm gonna take Jaylen Warren here. Think could be some good upside there. Didn't hit the like goal, guys, but if you have any fantasy questions, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I want to give you guys as much time on the live stream as possible. Once again, you know, Daniel Macy said it. What is it, 45 days until the season kicks off? Correct me if I'm wrong. Think along those lines. Isaiah Hodgins, hey, a New York football giant. I mean, I could take another New York football giant that I kind of spoke about, and that's Paris Campbell. One of those guys is going to be fantasy relevant. I think Paris Campbell plays the slot wide receiver if Sterling Shepard or Wan'Dale Robinson is not ready, but let's see what happens. 44 days until kickoff, Macy said, so I'm excited. Yeah, drop any of your questions here. Singletary, I'm an RB4 and 5. I couldn't believe he was there. Yeah, phenomenal value. You know, you picked him up off of waiver wires, which is great. Fournette's going to be a sleeper this year because no one wants him. His whole wild career, and he still produces. No one wants him his career. I mean, maybe I'm not reading that correctly, but I hear you. Fournette could be a sleeper, depending on the team. That's what I would say. Depending on the team, it can definitely be. Shout out to Randy. Thank you so much for subscribing, brother. Yeah, Fournette easily. I mean, there's a couple different teams he can go to, without a doubt. I'm very interested to see where he goes. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, he can go, which is weird. It's like you think of these running backs that hypothetically the Cowboys can pick up, and it's like, well, why'd you even let go of Zeke? I guess because of the money. Technically, you're still paying him, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very interesting to see. Gator fan, Tyler Higbee, not too bad. I like that pick. How about a quick tiers? I guess it depends on what type of tiers. For sure. Got offer pick 36, 37 in exchange for my pick 17. I pick up the 108, 12 team redraft PPR. My picks would be so 8, 32. I mean, pick 17, that's a middle of the second round pick. So, I mean, quick maths here. What's this, 24? And you got offered 36, 24. I would keep that early second, personally. Pick 17, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's a 205. That's a 205. I would be keeping that pick, brother, personally. Sorry, Randy. I mean, that's what I would personally do. I think I would value that wide receiver or running back a little bit more than getting someone that you can get, I'm assuming, at the late third, early fourth here. Let's see. Got the 104. Got the 101, 104. Have Etienne, Mondre, Pollard, Love, Golf, Russ at quarterback, Bijan Stroud. So Bijan Stroud or A.R. Gibbs. I will go, oh, man. 101. I mean, you have to go. First of all, at the 101, you have to take Bijan. Now at the 104, I think it depends on which you have Love and Golf. I'm still taking the quarterback there, so it's either between Stroud, AR, or Bryce, whoever is available there. I would say in this order for me it would be Bryce, AR, Stroud. I actually really like all of them, so I don't think there's a wrong answer there. But the right answer for the wrong answer for the 101 the right answer for the 101 is Bijan. Anyone outside of that is the wrong answer. We could do a tier list. I think we did. Didn't we do the NFC tier list? Let's see. What do we have? NFC tier. NFC East positional tier. NFC best teams. Okay, favorites, contenders, also ran next year. Wait, the season started already? Okay. Let's do this. Bad. No. Let's say Let's see. So favorites, contenders, also rans next year. What's also rans? Contenders. Let me put sneaky. Sneaky. Next year. Let me just put help. I don't think there's going to be any helps though, because I think you just never know. All right, let's do a nice little tier list here. Let's see what happens, huh? Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's start from the top here. Favorites, without a doubt, the Eagles. I would personally put the Lions. And then let me tell you what I think. Favorites. I think the favorites can also be the Vikings. Those are my top 4 favorites. Now, I think one of these teams can be contenders in the top 4. I feel like they can't be 4 favorites here, which would be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I'll tell you how I have it. So contenders for sure. I would also say the Giants are contenders. I think that's about it. I can't see anyone else here as contenders, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if the Bears or Packers are contenders yet, but they have the sneaky upside to be contenders. Okay? That's what I would say. I would say I can put one more team to be a sneaky contender, and that would be the Rams. I can also put one more team to be sneaky, and that for me would be the Falcons. Now, next year, I would say Panthers. I would say Cardinals. I would say... I mean, how is Washington not contenders, though? Let's just put it like this for now. Help is this next year's Saints. This is how I would do it. Now, if you really wanted to break it down even more, let me know what you guys think. So I'm trying to think how I can break it down. Add a row below. Oh, wait, this is why I don't do this. Delete row. And then we come here and then add a row below. Yeah, where are the Cowgirls? Cowgirls aren't here. You're right. So I'm already off to a bad start because the fucking Cowboys aren't here. NFC tier. Let's see if they have them all. I think that's just the wrong one. That's just the NFC. NFC teams, NFC best, NFC East, North, NFC South, 2023 NFC quarterback listing. No. Let me look it up here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Just gonna go on a different website. Or not website, but different. NFC team rankings. They don't have the Cowboys in there because they know the Cowboys are shit. That's why. Jokes. I can't make a tier list with all the NFL teams and then call it the NFC. The NFC. Okay, I think I might have found the right one. Let's see. This one has the Cowboys. All right, let me just double check to see if every team is here before I even do that. All right, NFC, here we go. We have the Eagles. We do have the Eagles. We have the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Washington. Yep. Then we have the Vikings, the Bears, the Packers, the Lions. Yep. Then we have the South, which is Tampa. Yep. Yeah. So we have them all. We got them all here, ladies and gentlemen. We got them all here, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so from the top, this one's a little bit different. S tier, A, B, C tier, D tier, F tier. Maybe let's try this. Superior kind of contenders, teams that we truly believe can go deep into the playoffs as the S tier. Let's make that the S tier. That's the Eagles for me. Make it deep into the playoffs. That is the Vikings for me. We saw them go into the wild card round, get knocked off by my beloved Giants. It's hard not to see the 49ers go deep into the playoffs again, no matter with the quarterback. They kind of just always bring success there. So deep into the playoffs, I would say A tier is playoff caliber teams that can make it to the wild card round. Make it to the wild card round, or maybe let's just say second round into the playoffs. That is the Lions. That is the Cowboys. That is the Seahawks. Those are my teams right there. It's hard not to put the Giants there. Hard not to put the Giants there. But maybe I feel a little bit homer about that. You guys let me know. But B tier feels a little bit more. Maybe let's just say sneaky into the playoff contenders. I would say I would put that there. I feel like Giants feels comfortable at B, personally. Here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put how I feel, and then we can have a conversation about it. Green Bay Packers, then the Bears. I think the Rams go here as well. I think Washington goes here as well. I think the Falcons goes here as well. Then we have D tier. And then F tier. That's how I feel right now. So let's actually name this Super Bowl. And then we can go playoff, or let's put contenders. Let's just put sneaky. No. I can't put sneaky. It's just like an in-between, In between. That's what it feels like. And then I think these teams are sneaky. That's the difference. And then here we can say next year and help. That's how I feel right now. Because I think we can these are the teams that could be really good or really bad as the in-between. I think the sneaky is okay, these teams could be sneaky good and win some games. I think I have to put them, I think it has to be like this. That's how I feel. I think all these teams here, these 4 teams, can make it to the playoffs. But these 4 teams can also be, 6-10, 6-11, or whatever the record would be, right? But I can see these teams going, 10-7 and making it to the playoffs. Vikings, Vikings, Eagles, 49ers, I can easily see them going to the Super Bowl. Maybe not Vikings, not easily. These are the 2 teams I would say I can easily see them going to the Super Bowl. Eagles, I can see the repeat. 49ers, no matter. Actually, maybe I can't. Maybe it's just Eagles. The rest are just contenders here. That's how I'm kind of seeing it right there. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Eagles are the only Super Bowl true visionaries I believe can go to the Super Bowl. These are the contenders that are going to the playoffs without a doubt. In my mind this year, So the Lions, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the 49ers can easily, in my mind, make it to the playoffs. In between, teams that can easily make it to the playoffs or easily be a terrible team, sneaky, are just to say sneaky teams that have talent. Sneaky teams that can beat the Eagles like we saw last year, if I'm not mistaken. Washington was the first team to beat the Eagles. You know, we saw the Vikings give an upset to the Seahawks last year, if I'm not mistaken, week 3 with Marcus Mariota. We've seen these type of teams. I mean, the Washington beats the Cowboys in week 18. That's the type of sneaky I mean, right? Teams that can just take up, you know, compete with these high contender teams, and even beat the in-between teams. Next year, teams that maybe are missing one piece, 2 pieces away to be up into next year. Obviously, Bryce Young is first-year quarterback, has a decent team with Miles Sanders there. Let's see what Jonathan Mingo can do. Saints, I don't really know why they're next year. But somehow the Saints are always good. Right, let's see what they did this past year. I think the Saints were like 7-10. Yeah, Saints were 7-10. Third in the division. Does it get better with Derek Carr there, though? I don't know. I think the Cardinals easily next year with Kyler Murray. DeAndre Hopkins no longer on this team. And then the Bucs are help. Somebody that's probably going to get a lot of help coming into this year. I like this. I like this lineup here for me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But if not, I think that is it for me, guys. Make sure you drop a like before you head out. If you guys want to join a redraft league, all you have to do is join and sign up at flockfantasy.com. That is a link in the description, and link is going to be in the chat here. Sign up selecting the Mother Flocker tier. Go to select the Mother Flocker tier. Send us a screenshot that you signed up, and we'll get you in a redraft league ASAP. We appreciate each and every one of you. And that's about it. And I will see you tomorrow with another draft. Zach is coming back at the end of this week, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be on and popping. And it is all love, fam. All love.